So you know our lives haven't been perfect. Our back jack stand, the part that goes on the bottom, is just missing. Stop! Stop! But this week we're living it up in Los Barriles,
enjoying full hookups on the beach,
hiking to an actual oasis in the middle of the desert,
and exploring the historic missions of Baja California.
So join us today as we adventure through Mexico. So after weeks and weeks of boondocking, we decided some full hookups would be nice, and so that's how we ended up right here at Martin Verdugo's Beach Club in Los Barriles. It's a nice RV park, pretty large, with full hookups for 30 amps, water, sewer, electric. They have nice clean bathrooms. It's really pretty, palm trees everywhere. They even have a laundry room which takes US quarters, and you can do the laundry yourself, so that's really nice.
The best part about the place, though, to me, in my opinion, is that it's very close to the beach. Literally you get to walk from your campsite down to the ocean, and they have a lot of windsurfing and kite surfing and different things like that you can rent.
However, the beach is also where we had a very scary experience that we'll tell you about in just a little while. I am so excited. We are going on a hike today. It's been so long since we've had to go on a hike, and it's not just any hike. We're hiking up to Canon de La Zorra, which is Fox Canyon, and it's actually a waterfall with like cliffs, and you can do cliff jumping, and it's gonna be so much fun. I need to fit our towels and our water and all the things in this backpack. I don't know if it's gonna fit, but we'll see. It looks already halfway full. I broke the cap the other day, and I thought that this would work to keep it from leaking, but it does not.
So pretty excited about going cliff jumping today. Apparently there's some rocks you can climb up over the water, and you just go as high as you want, and then you can fall into the water.
Like actual rock climbing routes, but if you fall, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so that should be fun. I don't really know much about what we're doing today because I'm not the planner. So
Typical.
I just go wherever she tells me to.
You ready for this day?
I can't remember how to open my mirror. It's pushing all the wrong
Clearly
buttons.
not ready.
We'll see. How far of a drive is it?
45 minutes?
Is there pastries on the way?
I don't know.
What happened to all the coffee? I didn't even drink any.
Gosh. Coffee. So Los Barriles is a really great launching point for several day trip destinations within about an hour's drive, like this little town of Santiago that we're going to today, or Cabo Pulmo, which is world renowned for its snorkeling and diving. So it's just a really good central spot to stay while you go out and explore these different areas in Baja California Sur.
So we're at a mission in Santiago. There's missions found all throughout Baja Mexico, but the oldest ones are found in Baja California Sur. This one was built 1700s by Jesuit missionaries.
So you'll just follow the signs to Rancho Sol de Mayo. However, you will see that there's a spot that looks like you can't turn, but there's a little path through the trees right past the sign, which we missed the first time and had to turn around and come back to. You do have to drive several miles down a dirt road to get to the Rancho Sol de Mayo, but any type of car could make it. It wasn't a problem at all. And this is where you pay to go and do the hike. We have to go to Canon de La Zorra. ¿Cuántas personas? Dos. The ranch is also an ecological center. You see some little turtles, a lot of different plants, and there's cabins here if you wanted to camp and stay. There's a little outhouse for you. It's knock knock.
You could be in there using the bathroom and waving at people walking by. It's refreshing.
Refreshing. I don't think going in there would be refreshing. It's getting kind of toasty. I think it might actually feel good to get in the water.
I'm sweating.
Oh my gosh, look at this view. It's so cool. Being out here in the desert and this being right in front of us, so cool. We're gonna swim over to the waterfall. I can't barely get to it. It's pushing us back. Woo. It's always so much scarier than it seems like it's gonna be. We basically just found ourselves a little private beach here in these waters. Oh my gosh, it is beautiful. So, so beautiful. Little snake. Ooh, I wonder what kind it is.
So there's a bigger snake up here under the fish. Try and get it. He's slithering away.
I'm just gonna be on top of these rocks, not in the water for now.
Oh my gosh, there's one right here.
Oh my gosh.
That's not the one I was talking about. That's an even bigger one. See? I feel like they're just up under these rocks.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's gonna get you. What's that? Oh, there's a big one. Oh, it's swimming up there.
I know, that's the one I was talking about, I think. Unless that's a whole different one too, which means this place is just full of snakes. There's so many snakes right here. It's ridiculous.
God. I don't even want to walk to the other side.
Hey now, she's coming over here.
It's gonna get you.
Hey, dang sure came straight to it too.
Did it try to bite the stick?
No, I think it's kind of friendly. But other than the snake, this place is like, I can't tell if I'm in Jurassic Park or Mexico.
This is honestly one of the coolest places we have ever hiked to. I mean, I just don't know if it gets better than this. The water is cold, but because it's so warm and hot and dry, it's like a literal paradise out here. I cannot believe this is Baja, Mexico. That's fun.
So it was a pretty cool hike. We're heading back up now. Some of the most beautiful views that we've ever had. Dusty boy.
This little town, Santiago, is such a cool place because when you look at it on the map, it's like gray desert everywhere except for this little green blob, and that's Santiago. There's a lake kind of in the middle of this place, and it makes all this greenery. And there's a really old mission, a few little restaurants, and of course, the Fox Canyon where we did our hike. So Los Barriles is a cute little Mexican beach town in Baja California Sur on the Gulf of California side of the peninsula.
It is so popular with gringos. There is more gringos here than locals.
So if you're looking for an authentic Mexican culture experience, I don't think I would make Los Barriles your main destination, but it is worth a stop because it's a really good launching point for some other really cool spots like Santiago, where we went and explored that waterfall, and Cabo Pulmo, where we went snorkeling. Cabo Pulmo is a national park, and it's one of only 3 living reefs left in North America, and it was just so cool because you're able to go snorkeling on the reef right off of the beach. You don't have to get on a boat. The water was gorgeous. The fish were plentiful. We saw so many different types of fish, from the needle-nosed fish to so many little spotted puffers, and it was one of the most fun things we've done in quite a while, which I feel like we say about every new thing we do here because we're just having so much fun.
So the town is pretty walkable. There's plenty of restaurants and grocery stores within a walking distance. The RV park is on a main road. It seems like everybody's favorite thing to do here, though, is to drive ATVs and play pickleball. I guess pickleball's pretty popular here. I don't know. I've never played. Maybe it's fun. Who knows? And then there's also kite surfing and stuff like that.
Yeah, so there is a ton of restaurants here, even a barbecue place, lots of little coffee shops. We got some yummy iced lattes at a coffee shop one day when we were just walking around. Souvenir shops, you can get, you know, the blankets, purses, anything that you would want here. It's definitely touristy, but they even have a pretty decent sized grocery store where we learned a very valuable lesson about what to and not to buy when in Mexico. Welcome to our grocery haul. I've got some lessons learned here for you. First off, we spent way more money than I intended to at the little grocery store, which had almost anything we wanted, which was great, including dog food. But we spent 2,446 pesos, which is like $135. However, we did get dog food, so that was about 50 of it. And then, as we were checking out, Craig had grabbed a couple of boxes of Cheez-Its, which I knew they would be more expensive than they normally are, but there was no price, so I wasn't sure how expensive. And as she was ringing them up, $10 a piece. So we got $20 worth of Cheez-Its. One of the sauces was also $10. So if you remove the Cheez-Its and the $10 sauce and the $50 dog food, all of the rest of this, including our chicken breasts and chorizo and all the produce and everything, and even this little cake here that we've already gotten into, was only like 50 bucks. So that's not bad at all. But just a tip, if you go into a grocery store and you see things like Hunt's barbecue sauce, like American things, you're gonna pay not just a little bit more for them, but like a lot more for them. So just be aware. After almost 2 weeks in Los Barriles, we're getting ready to head out of here, and our stay has been pretty good so far, except for, I guess our biggest complaint would be that really scary experience we were talking about that we had here.
Yeah, so we were walking the dogs on the beach, and we walked down the beach probably about 100 yards, and 2 giant German Shepherds ran from, I don't know, so far away all the way over to our dogs very aggressively. I do believe one of them would have attacked Maverick if I hadn't moved Maverick kind of in between my legs.
For sure.
The other German Shepherd had a muzzle on, so they knew he was aggressive. I have no idea why these dogs are out just running around.
And this guy came like running up, yelling like, "Go home, go home!" And the way he was yelling, it was like he was scared that there was about to be like some like attack or something happen.
Yeah, and so after the German Shepherds went back to wherever they came from, we got away. None of the dogs were attacked or anything like that. We went and spent some time at the beach. We just went down the beach the other way and away from them. But when we got done, we were going back into the RV park we're staying at.
And we have Maverick and Leland both on a leash just because we don't know if there's going to be other dogs and we don't want them to run off or anything like that.
Yeah, there's also signs that say keep your dogs on a leash and pick up after them and blah, blah. But coming back into the RV park, there was either a worker or the owner. Somebody told us it was the owner's dog just running around loose. And it attacked Leland. Like, it pulled his fur out and everything. It didn't break any skin or make him bleed or anything like that. But
it was really scary, though. I had Leland, and I was the one walking him, and this dog just started grabbing at his neck, and I was doing everything I could to try to separate them. I don't know how I didn't get bit because I was, grabbing all in between the dogs' mouths and things like that. And I finally was able to pull Leland up off the ground, and the dog, I don't even know how the dog, I guess maybe the dog just stopped.
Yeah.
And the guy finally ran up and grabbed his dog and took him away.
Yeah, it literally took the guy so long. He wasn't but maybe 10 feet away, but it's like he waited till the whole altercation ended before he ever came and did anything. It was just a real scary situation. Definitely don't want any of our dogs to get hurt, especially while we're over here in Mexico, because we're not sure what you would do.
Unfamiliar. Don't know where which maybe that's a tip. Always look up where the nearest animal hospital and people hospital is, because I wouldn't have known. Yeah,
so if you come to this RV park, just beware of dogs,
Because I actually had, after posting about this on Instagram, had a couple people reach out and say that Los Barriles in general was becoming known for an issue with aggressive dogs lately, which does seem to fit our experience. And we haven't had any experiences with aggressive dogs all throughout the rest of Mexico.
I know, if you've been to Mexico, there's just dogs everywhere. They're wandering around. I don't know if they're strays. I think some of them are.
Strays, yeah.
But the aggressive dogs that we've encountered here were not strays. They were owned by people. Like we said, one of them was either a worker at the RV park or the owner. The other two, the German Shepherds, one had a muzzle on his mouth.
Clearly somebody's.
Yeah, be mindful that there are some aggressive dogs here.
But other than that, and we haven't had any more experiences. It was just unfortunate that we had two at the same time. It was a bad evening, really. But other than that, we've had a good time here, and we're looking forward to our next adventure.
Yep.
We're going to go to the East Cape, and Craig's going to surf, maybe, if we can get there in our RV, because I don't know if you know, but the East Cape is an extremely rough road where they don't really recommend big rigs. So we're going there.
Yep.
Hit the subscribe button to see if we actually make it.
If we can make it, that should be a fun adventure.
Yes. So we'll see you guys next week.